Folks are usually about as happy as they make their minds up to be. Whatever you are, be a good one. Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends? My best friend is a person who will give me a book I have not read. And in the end, it is not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. My concern is not whether God is on our side, my greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me and I didn't have the heart to let him down. Books serve to show a man that those original thoughts of his aren't very new after all. When I do good, I feel good. When I do bad, I feel bad. That's my religion. Those who deny freedom to others, deserve it not for themselves. We can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because thorn bushes have roses. Whenever I hear anyone arguing for slavery, I feel a strong impulse to see it tried on him personally. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. Those who look for the bad in people will surely find it. There are no bad pictures, that's just how your face looks sometimes. I can see how it might be possible for a man to look down upon the earth and be an atheist, but I cannot conceive how a man could look up into the heavens and say there is no God. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. If I were two-faced, would I be wearing this one? I am not bound to win, but I am bound to be true. I am not bound to succeed, but I am bound to live up to what light I have. All that I am or ever hope to be, I owe to my angel mother. Character is like a tree and reputation its shadow. The shadow is what we think it is and the tree is the real thing. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any one thing. I would rather be a little nobody, than to be a evil somebody. You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. I have been driven many times upon my knees by the overwhelming conviction that I had nowhere else to go. My own wisdom and that of all about me seemed insufficient for that day. No man is poor who has a godly mother. I laugh because I must not cry, that is all, that is all. Tact, the ability to describe others as they see themselves. I will prepare and someday my chance will come. My father taught me to work, but not to love it. I never did like to work, and I don't deny it. I'd rather read, tell stories, crack jokes, talk, laugh, anything but work. The best thing about the future is that it comes one day at a time. The best way to predict your future is to create it. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Things may come to those who wait, but only the things left by those who hustle. He has a right to criticize, who has a heart to help. I have always found that mercy bears richer fruits than strict justice. Every man's happiness is his own responsibility. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. I am in favor of animal rights as well as human rights. That is the way of a whole human being. You cannot escape the responsibility of tomorrow by evading it today. I care not for a man's religion whose dog and cat are not the better for it. It's not me who can't keep a secret. It's the people I tell that can't. Elections belong to the people. It's their decision. If they decide to turn their back on the fire and burn their behinds, then they will just have to sit on their blisters. I do not think much of a man who is not wiser today than he was yesterday. All I have learned, I learned from books. It has been my experience that folks who have no vices have very few virtues. The Lord prefers common-looking people. That is why he made so many of them. You have to do your own growing no matter how tall your grandfather was. If this is coffee, please bring me some tea, but if this is tea, please bring me some coffee. You cannot help people permanently by doing for them what they could and should do for themselves. It is difficult to make a man miserable while he feels worthy of himself and claims kindred to the great God who made him. You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry. The better part of one's life consists of his friendships. I am not concerned that you have fallen, I am concerned that you arise. I am a firm believer in the people. If given the truth, they can be depended upon to meet any national crisis. The great point is to bring them the real facts, and beer. To ease another's heartache is to forget one's own. I don't know who my grandfather was, I am much more concerned to know what his grandson will be. The probability that we may fail in the struggle ought not to deter us from the support of a cause we believe to be just. No matter how much the cats fight, there always seem to be plenty of kittens. When I get ready to talk to people, I spend 2/3 of the time thinking what they want to hear and 1/3 thinking about what I want to say. The Bible is not my book nor Christianity my profession. I could never give assent to the long, complicated statements of Christian dogma. We should be too big to take offense and too noble to give it. I do the very best I know how, the very best I can, and I mean to keep on doing so until the end. I have come to the conclusion never again to think of marrying, and for this reason, I can never be satisfied with anyone who would be blockhead enough to have me. Be with a leader when he is right, stay with him when he is still right, but leave him when he is wrong. My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure. Die when I may, I want it said of me by those who know me best, that I always plucked a thistle and planted a flower when I thought a flower would grow. Get books, sit yourself down anywhere, and go to reading them yourself. The greatest fine art of the future will be the making of a comfortable living from a small piece of land. Stand with anyone that is right, stand with him while he is right and part with him when he goes wrong. Honor to the soldier and sailor everywhere, who bravely bears his country's cause. Honor, also, to the citizen who cares for his brother in the field and serves, as he best can, the same cause. Take all that you can of this book upon reason, and the balance on faith, and you will live and die a happier man. When a skeptic expressed surprise to see him reading a Bible. If there is anything that links the human to the divine, it is the courage to stand by a principle when everybody else rejects it. Those who deny freedom to others deserve it not for themselves, and, under a just God cannot retain it. You can have anything you want if you want it badly enough. You can be anything you want to be, do anything you set out to accomplish if you hold to that desire with singleness of purpose. Let no feeling of discouragement prey upon you, and in the end you are sure to succeed. Those who write clearly have readers, those who write obscurely have commentators. Determine that the thing can and shall be done and then find the way. You cannot build character and courage by taking away people's initiative and independence. My father taught me to work, he did not teach me to love it. Let's have faith that right makes might, and in that faith let us, to the end, dare to do our duty as we understand it. That some achieve great success, is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. Commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. We the people are the rightful masters of both Congress and the courts, not to overthrow the Constitution but to overthrow the men who pervert the Constitution. You cannot lift the wage earner up by pulling the wage payer down. If friendship is your weakest point, then you are the strongest person in the world. You can't make a weak man strong by making a strong man weak.